Hello, welcome back to Totally Xed, where two Gen X women attempt to explain the modern digital world without sounding like we need a tech support hotline.
We grew up fixing cassette tapes with pencils, moved on to CDs, and finally streaming. We've sorted out QR codes, AI, and now we're as fed up of Wi Fi outages as everyone else.
Somehow we expected to keep up. WhatsApp with boomers, Instagram with millennials, TikTok with Gen Z, and LinkedIn with pretty much everyone else.
So today we're talking about technology, what we love about it, what we enjoy using, what we'd rather uninstall from humanity, how it's making us smarter, but it's also making us a little bit unhinged.
Okay, let's plug in before the Wi Fi crashes again.
Well, hello Nahid.
Hi Rashna, how are you today?
I'm very well. Dealing with technology in all sorts of shapes and forms and wondering why we love it so much.
Do we love it? I think it's a love-hate relationship.
It is a love-hate relationship, actually. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, some days I'm ready to throw my phone off the 40th floor that I live on. You know, it's just a bit much. Takes away life.
And I think it's also because, we are constantly connected. It's like this whole thing of being accessible all the time.
Yep.
I mean, it was supposed to be convenience, not in...
It is convenient, but at what cost?
Oh,
It's a 24/7
where do we start?
culture. There's no
Yeah.
demarcation between work and life anymore.
We're just not able to disconnect. I think it's virtually impossible to disconnect now.
Yeah. And if it's not work, there's Instagram and thank God there's no TikTok for me. But Instagram is bad enough.
Because you're scrolling all the time.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole. You get into it and you just can't get out.
Absolutely, yeah. It is. It's and I didn't use it as much until COVID. And I ended up using it because it was a way to stay connected, but it was also a great way to shop.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah. No, it's addictive. I mean, by nature, social media is addictive, and technology is addictive as well because it's changed your life. I mean, to be fair, there are so many pluses as well. It has changed your life. We grew up analog. We didn't have any technology. In our teenage years, computers came in, at least in my life, much later. But, we've rolled with it. We've really, gotten hold of how technology works, and it's been to our advantage to a large extent. But I think the scope of it right now, it's too much.
Do you think you would actually be able to disconnect from it?
I'd like to, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's possible because everything is on my laptop or on my phone.
Yeah.
Literally every single thing, contracts, proposals, all kinds of work that we do for our clients, everything is there. I mean, how do you disconnect with technology now?
Not only for work, but also on a personal level. That's where we stay connected with our friends, with our family, with the rest of the world.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying it's great as well. Because, who would have thought maybe 20, 25 years ago, there used to be long distance calls. And now, when I want to speak to my mother, it's a quick bottom call because we live in the UAE and there's no WhatsApp. But yeah, it's that easy and that cheap and that accessible. So yeah, there's so many pluses as well. But I think the addictive nature of it, I think that is sort of a bit much, and that's gotten hold of our lives.
Do you remember the early days? I mean, I'm old enough to remember a time before laptops where the new thing that came out was a word processor, and it was like it was a sort of a hybrid between the typewriter and the computer because you could actually save stuff, but otherwise
I vaguely remember it. I mean,
and
it was like
it was the most exciting thing on earth.
it was a very rare thing as well.
Yes, yeah,
An expensive thing as well. So it wasn't that commonly available. But I do remember it, yeah.
and those early gaming consoles like Commodore 64 and Atari and
the floppy disks.
oh my god, the floppy disks.
Yeah, I remember, very early in my work life, I would have been in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And I had to go and do a presentation. And presentation was on 4 floppy disks. It was just a PowerPoint presentation, but the capacity of a floppy disk was how much? I don't even remember.
It was like, it was very little.
In KBs.
It was
Not
in
even
KBs, I
MB,
think.
Yeah.
I think the early ones were about like 500 or 700 KB.
No idea,
and
but
then
I had to take four floppy disks and transparencies.
Yeah.
You remember that? So there
I
was
still remember
transparencies
those.
on a light box.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we've lived through those times. And now we're living through these times.
So these times, yeah. So we might be the last generation to have actually experienced both analog and digital
I suppose
equally.
so, yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, boomers have done it as well. But I think in terms of adapting to it, we've done it
Yes.
much better.
Yes.
We are actually, I'm quite okay at technology, if I say so myself, really.
I think we are. Most of us are.
Yeah, we
It's,
struggle. I mean, I struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
But, I just, I think that's resourcefulness is part of being Gen X. So you just somehow make things work.
That is a great word to describe Gen X. We are extremely resourceful.
Yeah.
And we will adapt.
Yeah.
It is like
And we just keep
change or
at
die.
it.
Yeah.
We keep at it until we do it.
Yeah. And I think our mantra is adapt or die. So we just keep adapting, we keep
yes.
moving on,
Yeah.
and we keep looking ahead. It's like, okay.
And what better in technology, adapt
Yeah.
or die, really.
It is. And more than ever, it is adapt or die.
Yeah.
But, when I see boomers, like our parents and all, and how they've, well, my father was really into technology. So he was a lot better. So he was the exception, I think. Now when I think about it, he really was. By and large, we've had to really nudge and coax and cajole.
They're always
them
exceptions. So, when it comes to my parents, my dad still uses a Nokia, which is hilarious at times. But then, sometimes his is the only phone which has battery, and ours have drained. So, that's there.
Yeah.
And my mom's really into smartphone and technology. And so, they are just 5 years apart. But it really depends.
It depends on the person.
The adaptability.
Yeah.
But I think it's more it's a men-women thing as well. Women are sort of more adaptable. I mean, without generalizing. So I think it's that as well.
That could be it. Actually, yeah, that could be it. And I think with us, like my dad was just generally into these things.
Being interested in
with
technology.
My mom, I remember I changed her phone to a smartphone, and she was really mad at me.
Yeah.
And then I got her on Facebook, and then there's WhatsApp. And then I can't get her off Facebook or WhatsApp because those are her two favorite things.
And that's somehow I feel it's also a bit dangerous as well, because they believe everything that is on Facebook or on WhatsApp. And I have to, sort of, no, it's not true. It's fake
because
news.
Then they want to forward
really
it to everyone.
News.
Yes. And now with AI, there are these AI videos which look so real.
Yeah.
So, I've had to explain this to my mom several times, but now what's happened is like she sees something, she'll run it by me, she goes, is this fake news?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, this is. Or it isn't.
But it was nice also to see, that this is happening.
Yeah.
But then, they are the younger millennials and Gen Zs who live in technology, don't they?
They live in it. Yeah.
They live in it, not even on it. They live in it, I mean, their worlds they live in a parallel world, which is on, I don't know, what are they using now? I don't even know what they're using now. Is it Snapchat? Is it TikTok? Is it
Snapchat? It's TikTok. Oh, but it's interesting. So some Gen Zers, they're able to do what I don't think I'm able to do, is that they can actually disconnect. And they said, so they deactivate their, every now and then, it's a case of...
If only you want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the operative word. Do I want to do it? It's not that I can't do it, but the fact is, the truth is I don't want to.
Yeah.
And so they deactivate their accounts and they take time out.
But they have multiple
and then
accounts.
They go back.
I've also seen they have multiple accounts. One is for family, one is for friends, and
Oh, yes.
So, or whatever else, whatever nefarious things they're doing, who knows? But we can barely manage one account. So
I mean, they were quite happy on Instagram, and then we decided to come on Instagram and start using it. So I think that became a bit of a problem.
Oh, Facebook!
Like,
I remember Facebook. When it came.
Yeah. How do you still use Facebook? Do you still use Facebook?
Oh, well, I still have an account.
Yeah, same here.
Because it's cross-functional across Instagram. So sometimes
it gets
I post
reposted.
something and But otherwise, mainly because I have family and friends there.
Yeah.
It's very good for birthdays.
Yes. Yes, that's it. I don't remember birthdays anymore. If it wasn't for Facebook,
so
what would I do?
Yeah, it's actually, you can't even be happy about that because it's just Facebook reminding people. So if you get 100 messages, that's only because
Facebook's reminded them. And then now, you have these auto replies as well. So most of those...
It looks very much like, okay, well,
most of those
thank you
wishes
very
are
much, but
auto replies. But yeah, it's just
I know.
become very impersonal. It's just nice, now when somebody, or they'll just repost pictures on Instagram, but when somebody actually calls you or wishes you
Oh yeah, I
directly,
love phone calls. I still
that's
love phone
lovely.
calls, even in the work context. I think again that's very much our generational thing. I just feel things are so much better sorted over
Yeah,
telephone call or face to face
yeah,
than via any form of technology. I just feel it just makes a difference
it
when you're
does.
actually talking to
Yeah,
someone in real time.
it makes such a huge difference. And
And voice notes don't do it.
voice notes, and so this is like a while back, and I got a voice note from somebody, and it's about 7 minutes long.
I know long
Seven
voice notes.
minutes.
Even if you speed it up, it doesn't end.
It doesn't end. It's like, okay, get to the point. What are you trying
Yeah,
to say? I don't have all day.
yeah.
But
I don't know why people send voice notes. I have no
just pick
idea.
up the phone and call.
Yeah, yeah,
And also the other thing is, like, when you're typing out a message, sometimes, if you type something out in a hurry, or if there's a typo, or there's something's been missed out, and it can be so easily misconstrued.
yeah.
I know people whose relationships have gone down
God,
rabbit
because
holes
autocorrect
because
is it's brutal.
of a voice note that's been read in a different tone. So then it was sent in.
All right. So when it comes to technology, now we've lived with it for 20 plus
Yeah.
years. So what's the one thing or a few things that you can't live without?
Oh, I think um, taxi services. I still call it a taxi service, which is like Uber Kareem and all of that.
Uber Kareem and
You know, I don't think I live without that.
that's such a
Probably
boomer way of
taxi service. I like calling a taxi a service
yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
because
It's okay.
technically it is a
It
taxi
is you're calling
service.
it what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why, like my thing, other thing is like, why give it a
Yeah.
different name?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds very boomerish, I have to
Well,
say.
Kareem has become a verb now, so Kareeming it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, go on.
exactly. Ubering it. Yeah.
Ubering it.
So I think Google Maps.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Google Maps
I
for
can't survive without Google
sure.
Maps. Even when you're walking,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
It's a lifesaver.
I mean, I can still read an actual
Can
map,
you? My sense of direction is so
but
crappy. So
this is a few years ago when I went to London, and I dusted off my old A to Z and I took it, and then somebody said, "Oh, but this might, I don't know." And I said, "Well, why don't you just download it?" And I said,
yeah.
"Oh, yes, of course,
You can download ATZ
download
as
it."
well. Yes.
And but it's such a lifesaver. It really
Yeah.
is.
And even that's had so many iterations, Google Map. Remember TomTom? It used to be,
Oh my God, that's a
yeah.
blast from the past.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, long ago, one of our Europe visits, we used a TomTom, and now
Yeah.
it's Google Map and there's Waze, and
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
gone. Google Maps, taxi service.
Yeah, and probably what else?
Your smartphone.
My smartphone in general, I think. I was trying to think of which aspect of my smartphone, and I thought, no, everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what about you?
Yeah, I think smartphone, as much as it's a love hate thing,
Yeah,
I'm ready to throw it away, but I'm not ready to throw it away.
yeah,
So that's there. I think health wise, I'm quite a health nut. So I like, counting my steps and counting my calories and all of that. Not that it makes a big difference, but I like doing it.
yeah.
So my smartwatch,
Yes,
technology that helps me keep track of my health. I think that's useful.
I think that's been that's been a huge boon for us,
Yeah.
Gen X women, because the conversation about menopause and the demand for answers and solutions and started over social media
Oh yeah,
by
of
Gen X
course.
women,
Yeah,
and now they've had to reverse their opinion
yeah.
of HRTs and say, "Oh yes, the previous study was
Yeah, the
flawed."
campaign took
Yeah,
off on Instagram, really.
it
All
was
these
on
Dr.
Instagram.
Marie Claire and all of these
Yeah,
people who started
yeah,
the conversation.
and
But
a
I
lot
think
of
it was due to
yeah,
social media that it
it
really
was
took
social
off.
media.
And yeah. So
And a
yes,
lot of
it has
celebrities
helped
started
us.
speaking up,
Yeah.
which really helped.
Yeah.
So now HRT is no longer a bad word,
Yeah. But it can go a bit too much again, like everything.
like everything. Yeah,
It's not just HRT in terms of mental health and in terms of, yoga, Pilates, whatever. There's just so much information out there that you're drowning in information. So,
Yeah.
like
And it's
everything else.
confusing. It's really confusing
Yeah.
because there are these labels being applied to everything and
That's true.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
And people getting their medical advice from Instagram, I know
and
people who are doing
ChatGPT.
that. Oh, yeah.
People
yeah,
are going
yeah.
on ChatGPT and
Oh,
saying,
yeah. Yeah.
Even
What's
wrong with me?
They're finding the therapist or therapy
Yes.
advice from ChatGPT. And I find that ridiculous because,
And so
excuse me,
dangerous.
it's very dangerous.
It is so dangerous. I
Yeah.
mean, I find no difference between a Gen Zer going on ChatGPT and getting therapy advice, or a millennial going and on ChatGPT, and our parents insisting that they know everything.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah. And ChatGPT generally, do you use it?
I do use it. So I use it So I believe that AI tools they're tools. They're there to help us,
like
but
everything else.
we need to control them and not the other way around.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the quality and the detail of the prompts you put in. But ultimately, if you're very good at what you do, then you will put in certain prompts, and then you will self-edit the responses.
Yeah.
And I do. I will make the changes I want
You
to.
shouldn't
So
take the word.
I don't. Yeah.
You shouldn't, believe ChatGPT without questioning, without going through, because it's been known to give incorrect information.
Incorrect, and it hallucinates.
There's a disclaimer.
Yes, and it hallucinates.
Yeah. I love that word. I love that word. Hallucination.
It's so science fiction-y.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of that as well.
Yeah, hallucination.
But it's supposed to help you. It's not supposed to think for you.
Yeah, but we survive without. I don't know. I'm very resistant to it so far.
So
but
that's
let's see.
the only thing I use it for. I have started using Gemini AI, which is the Google AI tool.
Yeah.
But because it generates, so if I need images for a presentation, it generates better images in the sense than what I would get from stock images.
Yeah.
And so I do use that for that.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there's this whole conversation about ethics. I think we definitely need safeguards around it. There's no doubt.
That's not happening. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
It's the tech bros who are making all the money, and they don't want to change things because they are making all the money.
Of course.
So safeguards is going to really put a dent into their revenue streamline.
Oh, but the latest about ChatGPT. So you can create your own agent.
Yeah.
That customized agent. So people are creating customized agents who they're dating.
Okay.
So that agent is somebody's girlfriend or somebody's boyfriend.
That's freaky.
That's really freaky.
Yeah.
So if you've seen this film I think it's called Her.
Oh, yeah.
It's
a robot girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's something
we're
like
heading
that.
to that territory, I think.
Yeah. Which is, so strange.
Yeah.
But also so self-sufficient.
In some ways, yes. Yeah. Like really sad and lonely as well.
But imagine technology where it's taken us, Imagine our 20s and somebody who's 22 now. Their lives are so different.
So different. So
right?
different.
We didn't have Tinder or Bumble or anything of the sort.
None of that.
Yeah. We didn't have Google search. We did our own research. We found our own love match.
Yeah. Even Google, it's a verb now.
Yeah, Google is a verb now. Yeah, a lot of tech terms have become verbs now. Yeah.
So the sign of the times.
But if you were asked to just, give up one piece of technology, what would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
Okay, any app or anything.
Oh, I can. There are probably quite a few. There are probably quite a few apps I should delete.
Apps that we register for, and then we don't use.
Sitting there.
I was reading today. people have downloaded all these apps, and sometimes you've put in your bank details there, and if you don't use it, that's something that scammers
and you have no idea,
use, so that's quite dangerous. So wrong question. An app that you use on a daily basis. If
part of me thinks WhatsApp, because WhatsApp I have a love-hate relationship with as well, but I don't think I would. I would keep WhatsApp.
Instagram. It steals your time.
It does. Instagram I could probably do without.
Yeah. No, same here.
I could
that's
probably
one
do
thing
without it.
Yeah.
I don't actually need it in my life.
Yeah, it just you feel it adds something to your life, and I don't know
Yeah.
if it does or it doesn't, but
Yeah.
it's so addictive.
It is, and it's like you start scrolling, and then every now and then you find something of value, and like, oh, I should read this article, and you'll read it but you need to go back to the
Yeah, I keep
thing and
sending those links to myself on WhatsApp, and there are now I don't know how many links that I haven't gone
I
back
do
and
the same
checked.
thing.
It's again a generational thing, I suppose.
Yeah,
But it's like cutting articles when we were younger,
yeah,
or
yeah,
just saving pieces of
exactly.
newspapers or magazines when we were younger. And okay, I'll read it one
Yeah,
day, and that day never came.
yeah.
And
I have a WhatsApp like because then WhatsApp introduced this thing now that you could actually send messages to yourself and send reminders to
yeah,
yourself, and
yeah.
so it's like having a conversation with myself.
No, yeah,
It's
so it's really a replacement of what we had before,
yeah. Yeah.
But what was the first piece of technology that you used maybe 25 years ago? That's when technology came into our lives.
Well, I got my first smartphone 25 years ago.
Smartphone. They
Not
weren't
my smartphone, sorry. I got
or
my first
regular phone, or
mobile
mobile
phone.
phone. Yeah.
Because now clearly I cannot differentiate between the mobile phone and the smartphone anymore. But I got my first mobile phone
Yeah.
25 years ago.
Yeah. We all did, right?
Yeah.
Nokias.
Yeah.
The Nokia and
And
BlackBerry later, but I think Nokia started with Nokia.
yeah. I think, but I'll tell you what, my first real connection with technology was I remember I had this one of those desktop computers, and do you remember MSN Messenger
Yep.
and Orkut?
Yeah. Orkut.
Do you
Orkut was
remember
the
Orkut?
early Facebook, right?
Yes, early
Yeah.
Facebook, yeah,
Orkut was the early
which
Facebook,
was
and there was something else as
Google,
well.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
there
there
was
was
so many earlier iterations of what.
messaging, and I think that was
Yeah,
super exciting to be
yeah, chat rooms.
able to.
There used to be chat rooms.
There used to be chat rooms,
Yeah,
and this feeling of being connected to
yeah,
people,
and the ability to
and
download
it's lovely.
things.
Yeah. Oh, downloading
Yeah,
things, yeah.
yeah.
And then,
So
of course, in those days, we used to send, there was emails, which was also very exciting. And we would send links and emails to people and
Yeah.
would have these
yeah,
chains
and we
along.
used to have dial-up.
Dial-up. God, I hated dial-up.
So yeah,
Yeah.
So, what was the question I asked you? The one
Um,
piece of technology. No,
the
what was the
earliest.
earliest piece
Earliest,
of
yeah.
technology? Right, yeah.
What was yours?
Mine was also a mobile phone, yeah, Nokia for my personal
Yeah.
use. And I remember I was working for a non-profit in those days.
Yeah.
I didn't have a big budget. So they handed me this phone that was probably, handed over to anybody new who came in and was used by I don't know how many people before. But it was literally like a brick,
Those old brick
It
phones.
weighed
Yeah.
like a brick and it looked like a brick and it had an antenna which you had to pull out to speak. So it was really funny. I mean, it was a mobile
Yeah.
phone, but not really a mobile phone. I'd rather just have used my landline.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you still
My-
have a landline?
I do. At home, I do. I still
Yeah.
have a landline.
Yeah, my mom's home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I know a lot of people who've let go of the landlines.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it
you know,
doesn't really make sense,
doesn't
right?
make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But so my first phone was actually a 3310,
Mm.
but and then they reissued it
Mm.
in a smaller size. So I went and got it. So I have the new 3310
How cool.
just for
Yeah.
nostalgia.
So, after decades of evolving from floppy disks to cloud storage, we didn't just adapt to tech, we thrive with it.
Boomers overuse it, millennials thrive with it, and Gen Z, well, they just live in it. Us, Gen Xers, well, we enjoy it. We use it productively, but I think we will survive if it dies on us.
So, you can go update your apps or don't. We support your tech choices.
Next time, we talk about being the sandwich generation, sandwiched between aging parents and children that we're expected to parent.
So, parenting the parent and parenting the children.
Indeed.